Very good morning, dear students. Welcome to your computer class. So in this session you are going to learn about the topic HTML. So what is the meaning of HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So before starting the chapter, let's know more something about the computer language. So basically there are three kinds of computer languages. First one is assembly level language, second one is machine level language, and third one is high level language. So HTML comes under the high level language. High level language means it is human readable. Means the user can read the code. Whatever the code the programmer has said, the user can easily understand the code. Okay. So HTML we are using HTML to create many website pages, mainly develop the web pages. Okay, so let's start with the class HTML. So what is HTML? As you know, the full form of the HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Now HTML is used to create the web pages. Nowadays, whenever you search on search on the Google, you can find it out the link is here. So that is called the web page or website. So the web page and website, whatever the things it is developed, mostly all the web pages are designed under the HTML. So HTML is used to create web pages that contains both image and text. It is a simple markup language that describes the structural and behavior of the web page. Means web document. HTML is more widely used language to design web contents for the internet. So through HTML we can design the web pages and the content, whatever the content we can find it out in the web browser. It developed under the web that through HTML. All the web browsers are designed to understand and interpret the language. So through browser we can use find it out the whatever we are giving the input, means whatever the code we are writing in the HTML, the browser interprets that codes and shows us the output on the web page. Next, now the full form of the HTML is Hypertext Markup Language. So our next topic is what is the meaning of hypertext. So the hypertext actually basically is a piece of ordinary text, okay, that is used to link other documents or to redirect to the another web page. So when we are clicking on that particular text, it opens in a new web page. Like here, for example, www.google.com. So when we are going to click on that text, it will redirect to the web page of Google, the main home page of the Google. Next, what is the meaning of markup language? What is the meaning of markup language? It is a piece of code that uses special symbols called tags to mark up the text document that instructs the web browser how to display the text. So using the markup means it is all about markup means the special symbols that are tags. So using tags we can define the texts, the behavior of the texts on the web page. It defines or indicating which part is heading or subheading, title of the document and so on. So it is used to declare or defining that which part is the heading of a document, which part is the subheading, which part is the title, which part is the paragraph, and so on. Tags like the BR, it is used to break or splits line and displays the text into a new line. Okay, so these are the tags that we are using to create our HTML document. Like B. The B tag is used to emphasize the text in the web page. Okay, so later on we will discuss about the tags. So our next topic is history of HTML. Okay, So what is this history? The HTML starts its journey. HTML starts its journey in early 1980s with GML. Now what is the meaning of GML? That was the general markup language. After that, in 1986, the language was modified and standardized, was named HTML. Now the HTML, the meaning of HTML is Standard General Markup Language. Next, in 1989, Tim Berners-Lee redesigned this language and named it as HTML. The standard version of its came into the existence is 1995. So from the 1995, we are using the standard version of the HTML. Next, so to make a HTML document, what are the things we require? We require mainly three common things we mainly require. That we require three basic things to work with HTML document. The first thing, the minimum basic knowledge to operate the computer, means sitting down, switching on the computer, typing in a notepad. These are the basic knowledge of the computer is required. Now next part, Notepad or HTML editor for creating and editing the HTML documents. Now the browser that requires to viewing the document, whatever the code we are entering in the notepad or making in the HTML file. Obviously we need to see the output. So in the web browser shows us the output. The web browser for viewing the document. The web browser like Google Chrome, like Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, etc. Next, so creating an HTML document. So let's create a simple HTML document. So to create HTML document, we will use Notepad. After opening the Notepad, by double click on it, we will type the code as shown below. So there is a HTML code that is written over here. Let's do some practical example on that. So in the notepad we have written this code starting with HTML, head, title, then the body part of the HTML document. So the code has been written in the simple notepad. So how to save and how to view it on the browser. So after writing this code in your notepad, you have to go to the file menu. Look at very carefully. You have to go to the file menu. After file menu, you have to go to the save as option. Now here in the file name, you can write your desired file name. Suppose I am writing here ABCD. ABCD is the file name. So after writing the file name, you have to give .html or .htm extension. Okay, and after that save as type, you have to do all files and then save it. So this is the basic steps to creating a HTML document. After that you will find it out that our folder, now the file is become like this way. So when you are going to double click on it, we can view our HTML page in the internet browser. This is the heading, this is the paragraph. Okay, so in this way we can create our HTML document very easily. So after writing the code, let's find out the whatever I have written on the notepad. So I am going to give the demonstration in the HTML document structure. The structure I am going to tell about the structure of the HTML document. So the HTML tag elements declares the document is to be HTML. Means it tells the browser that it is a HTML document. The head part. In the head part, it contains the information regarding what? Information regarding the document. The whatever we are going to write it in the head part, it will not show in our web browser. For general purpose, we can write it down. The contain means what are the information of our web page. The title. Next part is title. Now the title. Title contains the title of your web page. Title of your web page. Now the body part. That is the body. The main part is the HTML is the body part. That elements contains the visible content. That visible page content. Whatever you are going to write it down in the body part, it will going to display in the web browser. So after that H1 means it is the heading. This is a heading. Element defines a large heading. Last P tag, that is a paragraph. Element defines a paragraph. So enclose our body and HTML. So this is the structure of an HTML document. Next, rules for writing HTML codes. Obviously, we have to maintain some rules for writing the HTML codes. Tags and attributes. So, what are the rules? Tags and attributes names are not case sensitive. Suppose if you write head in capital letter and then head in small letter, so have the same meaning. Okay, but however, we are using the lowercase all the time. It is recommended. So it is not a case sensitive language. Contains tag should be closed because an unclosed tag can lead to undesired result. Whatever the tags that you are going to open, it should be closed properly. Attributes values can be case sensitive. When the tags are embedded, means when we are going to use the nested tag, then we need to follow this rule. That what is the rule? We need to close the inner tag before closing the outer tag. Let's take one example that I am opening the P tag followed by B. P means the paragraph and B means we are going to emphasize the text. What is the text here? Hello. So I close the P before closing the B. So it is the incorrect because now what is the correct one? P, the P tag and the B tag. This is called as the on tag. Now hello. First we have to close the B tag, then it should be followed by the P tag. So this is the rules for writing the HTML document. So let's know something about tags, element and attributes in an HTML document. HTML code is made up of element, tags and attributes. So first we will start with tags. What is the meaning of tag? Tags are the building blocks of the web page. It is a piece of code. It is basically a piece of code that defines the information on the web page is formatted or displayed. Means the tags define the web page, how to display a text in a web page. Tags do not appear in the browser window, but they can affect the display of the text or non-text item in it. So let's take some example. Always just keep in mind that the tags are not case sensitive. Each tag giving a specific instruction begins with a right angle or less than sign and ends with a left angular bracket or greater than sign. The syntax for writing tag, suppose I am going to use the tag P. P stands for paragraph. So in this way you have to write it down. The P greater than, starting with less than, after the P tag enclosed by the left angular bracket. My name is, after that you have to close with the tag that right angular bracket, / P and the left angular bracket. So here P is called the opening tag and that / P is known as the off tag. Now next, elements. And HTML elements usually consist of on tag and off tag. See the example. The HTML elements is everything from the start tag and the end tag. So here are two types of elements are there. That is, one is called container elements and one is called empty elements. Now, what is the meaning of container? Container elements means that elements includes both on and off tag. Example like B. This makes the text bold. So we are having here on tag and off tag. But some of the tags that we no need to close. We no need to use the close tag or off tag. Just like here, here tag, it used to break the line and display the text in the next line. So we are not using the close tag here. So it is called as the empty element. Next, attributes. So attributes, what is the meaning of attributes? Attributes provide the additional information about HTML element. It enhances the functionality of tag. So let's take one example. I have written one code here that it image here. See that SRC that we are going to import one image into our web browser. So I have specified the height and width of that image. The width is 500 and height is 600. So here the attributes, the value of the attributes is 500 and 600. So these are the attributes. These are the attributes of the tags of the element. Width and height is the attribute, and it should be followed by the value. So we have to put the value. Here it defines the width and height of the image. So that is all for today's class. So thank you very much.